Good evening, guys, and welcome to Are You Brave Enough? I'm Ames, your host for the night. Tonight, Andy is at a secret location. What can you tell us about the spirits that reside there? Tonight, I'm joined in the studio with a guest medium tonight, young Ollie. So please welcome Ollie in a minute. And I'm not sure if Trudy's on tonight. So if she is, please join her on Trudy Psychic Tarot Kent. And if she's on, she'll be on straight after the show. But let's get on with the show and let's say hello to Ollie.
Hi,
Ollie,
everybody.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. You excited for tonight?
I am. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, so, have you got loads of history and that lot ready for people?
I have got a little bit, but obviously I've still got access to have a look, see if anything else comes up. It's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of names and dates and things that people could come up with or ask about. So yeah, exciting. It's do
That's
something
brilliant.
nice to do something different to my normal Amelia Dyer history.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It gives
yeah,
you something to get your teeth into, don't it?
oh, 100%.
And
Yeah.
I hope Danny is having a great time anyway.
Oh, bless
So
his
he's got a
heart.
night off tonight. So right, shall we bring Andy on?
Let's
Right.
bring him.
Hi
Hiya,
Andy, how are you?
I'm very well. You okay?
Yeah, not too bad. You been to any good locations this weekend?
Yeah, I have. I was at the Red Lion in Colchester last night. What a great place that is.
Mm.
So
I want to stay in room 20.
have you heard about it?
On your live last night, I did.
Oh, that is a strange room. They kind of just say it's the room where no one stays, and
Okay.
literally, it was a really strange thing because normally what we do is when we book that place, we book several of the rooms, but that's not a room that we can ever get booked because it's in the other part of it. Anyway, I was waiting at reception to pay our bill, and the just as I was standing there, these two people like are checked in about an hour before, and they were back at reception, and they were saying, "We're leaving. We're not staying in that room." And they just said, "What is it?" They said, "We just don't like that room. We've got to go." And that's a really common thing.
Wow.
Oh,
So it's really strange. So
Wow.
yeah, so great. Yeah, it's a great room. Really, it's a shame I couldn't get in there because they were doing vigils. Really, so I was hoping
Yeah.
to do a bit more, but we finished ever so late last night. So
Really.
yeah, but it's a great location.
Yeah, I did an all-nighter last night. I was at a great location, like, so I've scoped it out for you, and it'd be brilliant. And I'm scoping out a new location for Ghost Hunter Tours on
oh,
Wednesday in
Brilliant.
Burton
Thank you
on
ever so much.
Trent. Yeah,
Brilliant.
me and Dee's going to that, so it'd be great.
Yeah,
So
we've got a few new places coming up, and we've got something really special, hopefully coming up very soon as well. So
absolutely,
that'll be good.
oh, it all
So
sounds exciting.
yeah.
it
Place
really
I'm
is.
going on Wednesday really is excited. I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
So
it'd be great. It'd be
right,
absolutely brilliant.
shall we get on with the show?
I suppose we better.
Yeah. So if anyone is picking anything up, please leave us a comment and we'll get started.
Can
So,
I
oh,
just can I just say a quick hello to like one of our real super fans that watches us every week.
yeah, of
Uh,
course you can.
and I had the pleasure of speaking to him in the week. So, David Fiddler, good evening, mate. I promised I'd say hello to you. So, I hope you're watching this evening.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
So, on with it. How are you feeling, Andy? What's the location like?
I feel a bit anxious. As you can see,
Really?
it's dark. I always come to really dark places, and I always come on my own. So that's
Yeah.
yeah.
That
So
wasn't your brightest idea.
no,
Oh, braver than me.
I seem to do that every week, don't I?
Yeah, you do it a lot. You do it a lot.
Yeah. No, well, it's all part of it, isn't
That's
it? So
commitment for you, that is.
no, that's right. Yeah, it's. I mean, if I mean, it feels scary and dark, as you can see. Can't see very much. I think the only reason that you can see me is the light off of the phone and the tablet that I've got. I've got Paratech running, but
Yeah.
it is pitch black. So, and I do feel really anxious for some reason, and
Okay.
I really hope because there's a lot of history here. I really hope that people get stuff, because it's history rich.
Absolutely. Auntie's picking up the year 1726, and he's wondering if that's relevant.
Paratech is just come out with understand when it's just come up with that. Yeah, so whether it does.
And Laura says the name Rose.
Okay, I'm not sure about that. That would have to be one for Holly. I've sort of come, although I know the location, I've kind of come like kind of raw sort of thing.
I'm just going to have a little look about that quick.
But Laura's normally spot on straight away. She's normally
Yeah.
bang on the money, so that's really, really good. The good news
Diane
is it's just
says
started raining.
Royalists are watching you, Andrew.
Ah, that's interesting. That's really interesting, I think. So that's
And
quite good.
Sue's mentioned 1450s.
Well, it's definitely old enough to be that, but I'm not sure if that date's relevant. It's definitely got the history in its time to do that. Who's here? Who's here?
Karen says she sees a man on horseback.
Okay, that's really relevant as well, I think.
And Jenny wants to know, is there a church nearby?
There is, but it's not like kind of close. But in the old days, it would have been part of. Who's here? Tell me your name.
Diane says, where's the stone stairway?
I'm likely to trip over it, I reckon, any time now. I haven't got my glasses on and it's dark, so it's against me.
It's so dark.
It really is dark.
Sandra says the name Charles.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
David's here watching and he says, hello.
Hey, David. I promised I'd do it, so evening, mate. Thanks for tuning in every week. I appreciate that.
And Sue says it's not a normal name. Got John as well.
I reckon a lot of these names already are relevant, Holly.
Yeah. Just keeping a little track of them all.
Yeah. It's fast paced, Ollie, I'm telling you. Your fingers will be on fire by the time you're finished. Ant says, are you near a monastery?
I am. I'm not far away from one at all, actually.
And Sue mentioned picking up a cloaked man.
Great, thanks for that. I'm on my own. Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
Diane mentions, I visualised a tumble to death, a man of the cloth, Edward.
It's not sounding too promising for me here tonight, is it?
Well, it could be worse. You could have been picked up by police, like Danny did the other week.
Oh well, we're only 10 minutes in, so give it time. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't call the police to get his own back.
Do you know what? I would. Laura says, I picked up nuns earlier rather than monks.
Well, I think that's relevant as well, actually. I think that's really relevant, so I think that's good as well.
Adrian's picked up Fred.
Great. Okay. Holly's going to have to work hard in a bit.
She
I
really is.
am.
And Fern says, hi, be careful, Andrew, if you're going solo.
It's the only way, Fern. I can't ever get anyone to come out with me. That's
if I lived closer, I would do.
I was actually, funny enough, I was going to try and take Anita out, my wife. You know, remember what she did at the Walpole Bay? But
yeah.
she didn't fancy it. She said it was too frightening. Bless her.
Oh, Jenny says, so the church and monastery are initially linked or were.
Okay.
And Di's mentioned a French connection.
Just got got the word weeps come out on the
Interesting.
paratech. What I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to try and pitch up somewhere because I'm walking. I'm not sure if you can actually see what I'm doing, and I'm going to try and sort of do a little bit with the paratech if we can. Try and get some words come out.
Right, I'm sorry, Andy, but Ant says, I feel a bloodbath, lots of murders.
Thanks so much. I think he's going back on furlough. Well, it's good. He's I mean, lots of good stuff coming up already.
Sue says, get a manor house too.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good. What else are you getting, Sue? Really, really good, actually.
And Laura says, is there a really big tree nearby, or it's on its own, like an old oak, or like a huge oak?
Like sort of like a kind of like a hanging tree or something like that.
Possibly.
Well, I'm sort of surrounded by them actually, but I'm going to try and see if I can pick out a really big one, if I can. There's a sizable one. I don't think you can see it. No, I don't think you'll be able to see it. Sorry, it's too dark. But it is here.
Lisa's getting the name James.
So that's good, I think, as well. Man, this is so dark.
I can tell. And Dice mentioned Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, Mr. Darcy, Rolling Fields, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know so much about the thing, but I mean, the outlook of it, I think very much so. So, yeah, that was really good. I know I'm going to fall over in a minute because it's so dark.
Oh, please do.
If anyone gets it on film when we get 250 for you being framed, I need a cut of that. Man, it's dark.
Laura says it's too dark to see anything behind you, Andy.
Well, that's good for me because then you lot can't tell me what's creeping up on me, to be honest with you, and I haven't got to worry. So I'm happy with that, funny enough.
Until you start seeing white faces.
Oh, man.
Coming out of the shadows. Right, Sue says, don't know if manor has ruins by it or part of a manor house itself by woods.
Yeah, Manor House by the woods is very, very good. Really, really good.
I don't know what Tracy means by tosh.
No. Not sure. Ask her, see if what she means.
Yeah. Thomas is Chloe's getting the name Thomas.
That's really good.
That's really good. Yeah, that is superb, actually.
And Di says, I can see a man watching with a protective presence.
What, to look after me or to run me out of town?
Eva?
I'm hoping for the first one, in fairness.
And Laura says, I think there's a lady with you. I keep seeing a lady wearing a long green velvet dress in my head.
Well, that's interesting, actually, because that's kind of the thing that I visualise when I kind of think of this place, to be honest with you. So that's interesting.
And Diane says,
Ooh.
it's his land. He's a man of wealth.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a real lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Man, this is dark.
Sue says, getting a gamekeeper around. Also, he's watching.
Okay. Well, I think that works as well, to be honest with you. K2's going off like crazy.
Oh, great.
Thanks. It is so bloody dark. Can you actually see anything?
No, we can't see anything.
I mean, literally, there's like... You can't see your hand in front of your face, so apologies.
Jill says, probably got nothing to do with the area, but keep hearing what sounds like singing, maybe groups have sang.
Okay.
Karen says, I feel tragedy, possibly a drowning, I think that's supposed to say.
Okay.
That is so spot on.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's really good. The Paratech has just spat out the name Ethan.
Ethan.
Okay.
But that drowning
Brooke,
thing's interesting.
Brooke says, what are all the voices in the background?
Well, the Paratech.
Oh, that might be a Paratech,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's a solo voice, isn't it? So, I mean that'd be interesting to see if she's hearing something, like maybe chanting or something like that. I don't know. Is that what you're hearing?
I'm not sure, but it almost sounds like when you speak, Andy, it almost sounds like you're a bit underwater in the background as well. So it could have something to do with that.
It's because I'm terrified.
Well, yeah. Jill thought she heard Rigby, name possibly.
Okay.
And Sue says she keeps getting go and leave.
The word law is just spat out when Sue said that.
Wow.
Vale as well.
And Diane says, oh my gosh, Thomas Becket, Canterbury.
No, I think that's super. I think that's really good, I think.
Yeah, and Laura also says, Sir Thomas Becket keeps coming to me. So they both said that at the same time.
That's really good. Holly?
Hello?
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does. I'm just trying to work my way through all these names, and I've just found so much information on one name. And I'm just like, oh, so excited.
So is that what was the name that we've got? Which name is that?
John.
Okay. Interesting.
But there's 2 links to it from information that people have been shouting out.
Okay. Well,
but there's another bit of information regarding the girls, like the ladies' names. I can't seem to match it, but there's a story behind it that I'm kind of getting the feeling of. But I'm not quite sure whose name is the story behind.
Well, let's hopefully pick up a bit more.
Diane says, he said, this is my land. And Jill says, chanting is what she heard.
Ah, okay.
Jenny mentions the name William.
Spot on.
Well done. That's really, really good. Well done, Jenny.
And Chloe says, seeing a monk following Andy with a Bible in his hands, with a cross on a chain hanging down from the noble.
That's really creepy because I've literally just wrote some information down about Chloe's comment. I'm even getting spooked out now.
Laura says...
You're safe indoors.
Oh, I'm not. My flat's haunted enough, thank you, Andy.
Jenny mentioned Dominican nuns.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Not sure exactly what they are, but that would be brilliant if that comes through.
Let me have a little...
Karen's getting Charles.
Ah, just got a Quaker. That's interesting.
Sue mentions John's from the Manor House and Elizabeth as well.
Really good.
And Sandra says lady name Jane.
Going to end up with arthritis, I think, by the end of tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
There's some really good stuff coming through.
And Chloe said that was meant to be hanging down from the Bible, spell check.
I'm getting the real feeling of being followed.
That's great.
Really, really getting it. Really, you probably can see I keep turning around to look.
Fern's getting connections to the Doomsday Book, maybe. And Ant says, I feel a baby or small child locked in a very small room. And Jill's mentioned horses and stables and flogging.
Yeah, I think that's definitely. I mean, the horses in the stable thing is definitely a goer, without a doubt.
Chloe says, I feel this monk is following Andy. He's chanting and praying or blessing over Andy. It's all right, Andy, you're safe.
I don't feel it. Honestly, it feels really strange. Really strange. I can now hear loads and loads of different voices.
Yeah, it feels like mumbled voices.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't know. I weren't sure whether it was coming from you or from Ollie.
There's literally nothing on around me. I've got no telly, no radio.
No, that's what I mean. It's really strange. It sounds really muffled.
Yeah, believe me, I haven't got the telly on here.
No, nor me.
So it's just, but yeah, it's really odd. Really odd.
Laura says, I'm hearing fear me in my head.
Funny enough, we talked about that earlier because we got that come forward on the Paratech, didn't we? Just when we was backstage.
Did, yeah. Before
So
we
that's
came
really
live,
good.
yeah. And Sue says, is the manor house got black and white look about it as well?
It has. It has. So that's really good.
Right. Jenny's mentioned William Dunn.
Oh, okay. Why did you feel that, Jenny? Was that just randomly popped into your head?
Possibly.
That's really interesting. Like a real specific name like that.
Yeah.
I'd love that to be right.
And me.
Cool, that would be so good.
Karen says, was a building attacked, maybe burnt down?
I don't know that one. That's going to have to be one for Holly in the roundup, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And Sue says she can hear Latin.
Okay, that's interesting. So that may well have links.
Lisa's mentioned prayers and chanting. Brooks mentioned the voices.
Okay. It's so strange here. The name Stephen has just come up on the Paratech. I don't know if that means anything.
Yep, fits right in. Oh, I don't know.
Chloe's getting the strong smell of burning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sophia.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Really, really good. I was just about to say the guys are on fire tonight, and I didn't mean that in a funny way, but they really are. As always.
Absolutely. Fern says a manor house may be built on the site of a monastery.
Okay, that's interesting. There's bats everywhere.
Is there?
There's bats everywhere.
So,
It's okay apart from when they're about 2 inches from your face.
That's because you've got the light on. Ants mentioned witchcraft and ducking pond.
The word killed has just come. The word killed has just come up on the Paratech and secret.
A lot of people could smell burning.
yeah.
And Sue says a bit odd, get caught as well. So
I think that makes sense actually. Well, that's going to have to be another one for Holly. Sorry, I'm putting quite a workload on Holly tonight.
yeah, she's doing fantastic. She really is.
There's a part of information that's just like literally just gone ping. Now I'm just trying to find the link so I can explain it.
Brilliant.
I've just unplugged and plugged back in. Has that cleared those
No.
voices?
No.
No. Sorry about the sound.
It's no. I'm not even sure where it's coming from. I don't even think it's coming from you. Jenny says yes about the name. She says yes, but I think the surname is longer, not Dunn, but Dunn Canyon or something like that. So it starts with Dunn or something.
Is there anything in that, Holly?
I've just saw something about that. I'm just trying to go back.
No way.
That just popped up, and I just went. I was like, oh, "That's cool." And then went past, and then when it come up, I was like, "Oh, I should have wrote that down."
Di says you're protected by your dad. Winchester Hants to Canterbury, the Pilgrim Trails. I've had King Henry 1340 and loads of chantings of palms.
My God, that's good. That's really good. That is so good.
Laura's got the name Jacob.
Investigate.
The word investigation has come on the Paratech.
Really?
Yeah. K2 is going crazy. I've just stopped in a particular spot that I sort of felt a bit weird, and K2 is going mental.
Craig says, what did Paratech say before the mumbling?
Let me go back and have a look at the history.
Scanning stopped.
Right. I think it said, right, so looking at it, it looks like it was violent. Yeah, it was violent.
Right. Laura wants to know, did someone fall from a window or was pushed?
Started scanning.
Di says, the sickness is overwhelming. It's like a burning stench in her throat.
Why is it always mine? That's really good.
Did the window make any sense?
Being pushed from the window.
That does make sense, but in a twist, if that makes sense.
Oh, who said that? We need them to work on that, see if they can get them what that twist is.
Laura Orkin said, did someone fall or get pushed from a window?
Right. We want to know what that twist is.
Or from at least a great height, anyway. Jill says there was a sickness in the area. She feels quite nauseous now.
Interesting. I feel a little sick. It's real strange feeling of being like followed and stared at and things. Really odd. Kind of feels a bit like what happens at Preston Manor, to be honest with you. You feel like you're stared at there. It feels very similar to that. Really odd.
Steve says it sounds like an echo of when you are talking.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be though.
Have you taken your earphones out?
No, they're in. Do you want me to plug them back out and plug them back in?
You can take them out, see how that works, see if that works any better.
Is that any better?
No, hang on. No, it's still doing it.
That's strange.
Night time.
And it's not like there's someone else here that's got the same thing on and like it's got feedback or anything.
No, exactly.
That's really strange. I'll plug the earphones back in if it's no better.
Okay. Chloe says feeling the burning was from a huge fire. Chest has gone very heavy, like smoke inhalation sensation.
Paratex just said night time. Great, thanks.
I'm just wondering if it's mine. Let me take mine out. Is that better?
Can you hear it? No. It's worse,
still
I think.
happening? It's worse, okay. I thought maybe it was me.
Maybe something strange is going on.
Yeah, it's quite strange.
We've never had that, have we? Not like
No,
a tech.
never.
Never had like a tech problem like that, and we've done this a lot.
Di says, "Our Father, may the saints preserve us." It says, "If poor Thomas had the most horrific passing."
This one for
Ant's
Holly.
Absolutely. Ant's got the name Sophia.
Oh my God, that just come out on the Paratech.
You're joking?
No, I'm not joking. Sophia just come out on the Paratech just a couple before.
Wow.
He's doing well tonight, isn't he?
I know. Dee's been training him up, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Well done, eh?
Craig says, "Sounds like the mumbling is someone trying to tell something or say something."
Are you trying to tell us something? Say it. Tell us what it is. Can you tell us what it is?
It's almost like wind as well, as if the wind's blowing. There isn't a wind there, is there?
No, it's not windy.
Sue says, "Sees people carrying lights."
Okay. Paratech's just said trouble. And back. Okay, so I'm guessing that's watch your back, I guess. Trouble.
Chloe says, "Can hear Thomas saying no Emery."
Okay. I'd like that to be able to be tied up and validated. Vector. What's your name? Tell us your name.
Jill says, "I know you're not in Sherwood Forest, but I got Sherwood. Then got King Richard, so could be the name or something. Be the name."
How do you know we're not in Sherwood Forest, Jill? We're at a secret location.
Absolutely.
No, we're not. Well, no, we're not.
That's closer to me, that is.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Understand.
Laura says, "I'm getting locked away as well, like locked in a room, but not in a prison."
That's interesting as well.
And Chloe says, "Can hear Thomas say no Emery in a scared voice, fearful voice."
I want to know what the window twist is, if someone can get that.
Yeah.
Is that really off the wall crazy, that twist?
With the window.
Yeah, is it something really random, really horrible?
Not really. I'm just trying to look into more of that because the information I've got regarding it is a bit like, oh, okay, not really anything exciting.
But it's good though. There's a twist. We need that twist. Just the name Gabrielle. Gabrielle has just come out.
Was anybody poisoned? Stomach pains, Linda's got.
Name Sally's just come out as well.
Yeah, Diane says the sound of a body thumping on the stone ground after being pushed from a height. I'm very religious, but this seems like the highest holy order.
Okay, interesting. Paratech is really active tonight. It's really talking a lot.
Craig said, when Andy asked the mumbling, it said, "I can't."
Ah, okay. It's really interesting.
Ant
Grandad.
says, wow. Ant says, caves or tunnels nearby used for hiding.
Well, not bad at all, actually. Not quite a cave and not quite a tunnel, but I'm sort of stood right next to something where people do hide up, to be honest here. So that's pretty good, actually. I'll try and show you that in a bit. I don't think we're going to see it because of the dark. Can you see it? No, you can't see it. But that is really, really good. I would go in it for you, but I know it's full of bats, so I'm not going to do that one.
Oh, spoil sport.
Oh,
Come on, take one for the team.
you want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a go. My God.
Sue mentioned traitor.
That's interesting, I think.
And Craig wants to know, does it feel angry around you?
It does. It really feels horrible.
Ant says, was someone hung from a window and left for public show?
Oh, that would be good if that's right.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Diane says, Lady Sophia watched the person pushed to their death.
You bet.
And Karen says,
lady names.
Eh?
Really struggling with anything with lady names.
Okay. Karen says, I see a stained glass window. And Laura says, the person locked away was the one from the window.
I can't get in this. So,
No.
sorry. No, I can't do the bat thing. Sorry.
Oh, that's a shame.
I was up for it.
Oh, I can tell.
Devastated. Can't get in it.
Di says, from a stone cathedral, Canterbury.
That's interesting, I think.
And Jenny says, are there any kilns there? She's being shown like lime kilns.
That I don't know, actually. Man, Holly is going to be busy in a minute.
She really is. We might need 20 minutes just to get through it all. Di said, oh, where did Andy go? Anyway, Andy's disappeared, right? So, can you give us a little bit of a roundup of some of the things that you've got? Oh, hang on, he's back. You're back, you disappeared.
I have no idea what happened then. No idea.
Laura says the window is leaded, but not sure if it's stained glass. And Sandra's mentioned a priest hole. And Sue says there's two men around close by, outside now.
Okay. Good to know. Name Gabrielle just came up on this as well.
Oh yeah, that came up before, didn't it?
Yeah.
And Vern says feels very oppressive around Andy.
It really does feel horrible. It really feels not nice. I don't really like it. I know I make a joke of like being in the dark and being a bit scared. It doesn't normally bother me in the slightest.
No.
Well, you can tell because I come out on my own, but I do feel a bit strange here. Don't like it.
You say Jenny thought the bats had got you.
Yeah, I am a bit like they do keep coming a bit close to me. To be honest with you, you sort of kind of can feel the wind of their wings.
Yeah. Sue says that she feels that you're going to get touched soon.
Thanks for that. The funniest word just come out after that on Paratech. The word Queen come out.
Chloe said, can hear Thomas saying, but we are friends, Emery. Again, in a fearful voice, and I'm shaking with this. And Jill says, as someone tried to escape, but they fell to their death.
Do they feel like that's the window link again? I'm really interested in what this window thing is.
Yeah, you watched they had a cat burglar or something like that. Or they lost the key and they had to climb through a window, just something really random.
Yeah. I want it to be something horrible.
Yeah, and me.
Insects.
Craig said, had English, carrier and story come out on the Ovilus.
An English carrier and story. Yeah, that's interesting, I think. I mean, Craig's equipment is absolutely superb. So
It is, yeah.
that'd be interesting to see what if that backs out. Almost bet money on that, really. Starting to feel really sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Has anyone touched you yet?
Empty.
I haven't really stood still. Shall I just try and stand still and just see?
Okay.
I'm going to allow you to touch me or push me.
Why don't you ask them to run towards you?
I'm giving you full permission to run towards me. Just want to communicate with you. Just run towards me. Show yourself.
Zero.
Come on, do it. Come on. I am getting pushed about a little bit. I feel like I'm being like pushed over backwards. That sort of thing don't normally get me.
Absolutely.
I'm normally I normally do this more to other people to make things happen to them. But it's sort of happening to me.
Diane says, Matilda and Gilbert screamed at me. I ask who you are. Ask who they are. He was our son.
Sophia has just come back out of the
Okay.
Paratech again. Some good names tonight. Really good
There
names.
is. Sue says, Phil, someone left the manor house in such a hurry, had to leave quick, going back in time. And Laura says she still thinks it was covered up as an accident.
This is the window thing. Does that make sense, Holly?
I'm really struggling to find anything with regarding the window.
Straight. Sorry.
That's right.
No, carry on. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was going to say it's more just visions, more than anything else, really.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I just got on the Paratech. What I was just saying was I just got like train come forward on it, like the word train. I'm right by a railway line. In fact, I've crossed the railway line.
Okay. Laura said, did the Paratech say Andy?
If it did, I'm running. I don't think it did. Hang on, I can look back on the history. Let me have a look.
Ant says...
Yeah, it did.
Ant
It
says...
did.
It did. Wow.
Yeah.
Ant says, Henry Tudor keeps coming to me. Pre-monarch.
It's amazing.
That is pretty good. That's it. That's really interesting. Like, because remember, like Jill earlier, she kept getting like Sherwood.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got our Ant, which is quite close to that.
Yeah.
No, his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ant
So,
Sherwood, yeah.
yeah. Strange. Sorry, irrelevant.
Sue says something stood behind you, Andy.
It's a big bat.
Yeah.
The 7 has just come out on the Paratech.
Right. Hang on.
It sounds like almost like like in the old things, like the old days, like a teleprinter. Can you hear that noise going on?
Yeah. It's just really strange. We've never had it before.
Oh, really odd.
Chloe says, hearing the words, "You're not listening," being said to Andy by a monk following him. And then Diane says, Andy, ask if he is aware that he is now a saint. The Knights of Henry II murdered him.
Calling out to you, are you aware that you're now a saint? Are you aware that you're a saint? If you're aware of this, do something. Push me, touch me, show yourself to me, run towards me. Anything that you can do if you're aware of this. Can you do that for me? Can you do it? Say your name. He's not playing just at the minute.
No. Craig says, does the location have anything to do with the trains and an author?
Right. So trains, 100%. I've crossed over a railway line, and I'm very close to a railway line. The train went past earlier when we was doing this. The author, Holly, you're going to have to do that. I think so.
Author, poet, yeah.
Brilliant.
I have
Just
just information regarding the window.
Oh, go on
Okay.
then.
Do you want me to go for it?
Go on then, go for it.
Well, it fits in with something else. So, is from, I haven't got a date, but a servant was hanged to be seen from around the area because she had, I can't say this word, a legitimate baby.
Illegitimate.
Drowned moat.
Wow. That's interesting, that is.
And that is what comes with the window. And also her figure is seen from the window looking out.
Wow. Right, because you've had a few things. Someone's mentioned drowning, someone's mentioned hanging, someone's mentioned windows. So it's all tying together now as well, which is amazing.
Baby is that it all adds in.
And didn't someone say a lady was following me earlier, like
Yes,
way
they
back
did.
when I started? So that's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
That's why I think with some of the names that I'm struggling with could be sort of either the name, because I can't find any information.
Chloe, Ollie, I think it's your microphone. Because we can't hear you. Take your mic out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's better. I just got sadness
That's
on the Paratech.
I think it was your headphones.
Yeah, I've
That's
got two different
perfect.
sets, so that doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
That's gone really quiet now. That's really good.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Ant says he mentioned a baby earlier and an hanging from a window, so that's
Yeah.
good, that is.
That's
All
really
adds
good.
in.
So good. We're gonna have to really up the challenge like every
We
week
really
on this.
are.
They're just too good at this. We need to make it even harder somehow.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Diablo has just come up in the Paratech. Great.
Oh,
And Di says, Ollie, it's Samuel Mason.
am I supposed to know what that means?
I don't know.
I guess.
And
Yeah.
David Scooby says, I can see demons' faces behind you, Andy.
I hope it means Andy and not mine.
Oh.
I think he does mean Andy.
Just as that come up, the word dead just come up on the Paratech. Interesting. Well, do something then. If you're here, do something. Happy for you to do anything you like.
You might live to regret that.
Come on, do it. I don't fear you. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Come on. I'm stronger than you. I may regret this, like you said, in a minute. No, they're not doing anything. Still feels really odd here. Don't like this feeling one bit.
Lisa wants to know, did it just say dead?
It did just say dead, Lisa. Yeah, thanks for giving me the recap on that. Thank you.
Laura says, I keep seeing a light go behind you, Andy.
Do you? Is it a reflection, do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, there's nothing over there. I mean, the only thing I can see kind of a light through the trees there, but that must be quite a long way away.
David Scooby Gaunt says, please be careful. I can feel something that's never been on this world with you. I'm scared for you.
You should be here. You should be here, David. Right, let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see if we can provoke something. Let's really try and push it. Come on, do your worst.
Sue says, like you stood in a circle, Andy, and they're stood around you, people.
That's really interesting because where I'm sort of kind of stood, there's people have made sort of like little log seats in a circle. So I could very easily be.
Could that like be like an area that's been used for forest schools and stuff like that, possibly?
Yeah, possibly, but I don't think it goes on here, to be honest with you, because I'm kind of somewhere where I shouldn't be. But but the surrounding thing could possibly happen if other things are joining around me.
Yeah. Brooke says sacrifice.
Okay, interesting. Come on, do something.
And Laura says the word greed is in her mind.
That's really interesting.
David says, I feel like witchcraft as being used where you are.
David, I'm going to come and get you, and like you're coming out with me next time, I tell you.
Ant says, I got sacrificed the exact time you got it, Brooke. So
That's interesting. How can this stuff all tie up like this? Do you know what I mean? When people get the same things?
yeah, absolutely.
Incredible. Come on, do something. Push me. Touch me.
Nancy.
Do something.
David says he's there with bells on.
Mate, I'll take you up on that. I don't know where you are, but I would take you up on that. No problem at all.
Chloe says, sensing more than one male laughing at Andy, like laughing at someone who they've scared.
Okay.
Ghost.
The word ghost has just come out.
Wow.
That was really clear as well, wasn't it?
It was,
Yeah, it was.
Paul
on,
has
do
heard
something.
the name Nancy.
Yeah, that came out, Paula. Does that mean anything, Holly?
No, not that I can find, but let me have a look.
David, we're definitely on then, because that's where I am. We'll arrange that. Drop us an inbox and we'll sort that out.
Diane's mentioned a wellstone.
What is a wellstone?
I don't know, stone that you stick down a well.
Girl. Desolate.
Desolate. It's really
Laura?
feeling odd here. Yeah,
Laura
girl, the
says
word.
a baby is in the well.
Temperature.
And then Paula and Laura both mention a girl.
So this is, yeah, what if there's a little baby girl in that well? Interesting.
Best.
Very interesting.
And Sue said that she's getting leave now.
Beaten.
I don't need any encouragement just at this minute.
Absolutely. And Beverly mentioned a witch hunter called
Sally
Jonathan.
House.
Well, that's really helpful from your big sister. Thanks so much. Thank you for that.
Ant's mentioned unmarked graves.
Okay. Interesting, round here.
Can't seem to find anything on the name Nancy.
And Paula's James mentions Sally House.
That came up on the Paratech earlier. That was interesting.
Chloe wants to know, has the temperature just gone colder near to you? It's gone absolutely stone cold there.
It has, and the word temperature come out on the Paratech, and it's literally. I mean, it's chilly, and it was like really bearable. But now I just suddenly feel really cold.
Absolutely. Joanna says a baby girl drowned and then put into the well.
That's
That
terrible
would
if that's true.
because obviously with the information you can't. Obviously, that's why I said I'm struggling with girl names. So that probably could all add in to the story about the servant.
Absolutely. Well, we've only got a couple of minutes, so why don't you, Ollie,
Yeah.
give us everything you've got of where we are and
Scanning
what
stopped.
people have got and whether what people have got is right.
Okay. One moment. I've just lost my information. So
I'm glad we're at this part of the show. It means I can go home soon.
we got quite a few names. Go back to where. So one of the names we kept getting was oh no, I've lost it all. Where's that all gone? Was John, which has got two information, which was with the fire. Do we say so? There was a fire, and John Best rebuilt two parts of the building, but because of the fire, there was quite a few deaths. So they had to, when rebuilding, there was unmarked graves where they just put them all in and just put soil on the top. And also,
Wow.
John as well is a link to Queen Elizabeth I.
Okay,
That's good.
amazing. So where is Andy?
Would Andy like to say where he is? I feel a bit rude.
I mean, I've been walking for an hour. I must be somewhere. No, it's so dark. Right, I'm kind of, I'm in the grounds or thereabouts of Allington Castle in Kent. That's where I am. So obviously, this is a very history-rich place, and I mean, a lot of those names that come up were brilliant, Holly, weren't they?
Yeah, there were. There was quite a lot of Henry, so we've got quite a lot of links to Henry II, Henry VIII, quite a lot of Thomases. So one of the big families that were in charge of the castle were the Wyatt family, and one of them was the youngest of the Wyatt family was Thomas, and he was quite a bit of a rebel. He rebelled against the monarchy, rebelled against everybody, and joined nearly all different forms of rebelling gangs. He was actually imprisoned and executed, and his head was actually left on the pole, and was
Wow.
stolen,
Wow.
and the head was never put back. And also we had, where did I put this? Got a lot of information.
So good, isn't it? What everyone's got.
It's absolutely amazing.
And another link, we got the name Jane, who, when looking information, one of the rebellion gangs that Thomas Wyatt joined was of the Duke of Suffolk, whose daughter was Lady Jane Grey.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, did you know that Lady Jane Grey used to live just around the corner from where I live at Astley Castle?
No way.
Yeah. And she's from up this neck of the woods as well, Leicestershire way, because she, Bradgate Park, she lived there as well.
That's amazing. And another thing I've got, which I don't know whether it can link in. Obviously, I was searching because we had like Gabrielle, Gabriella, we've had Sophia, we've had quite a lot of names. We've got in the area before the castle was built, the Vikings raided and destroyed the moated village, which was called Ella's Tun. So I don't know whether we could link the Ella to the Gabriella.
Oh yeah. That's good.
And also, there was quite a lot of money laundering, money linking to the Doomsday Book in the grounds as well.
And did you know that Lady James Grey's dad was called Emery as well?
Was it really?
Yeah.
So we can add that in as well. I just got it just because it was small information, because I was just typing in names trying to find it all out.
Andy, David
Yeah.
wants to know how he PMs you.
Message the Facebook page, like the Ghost Hunter Tours on David, or add me as a friend. Do a Facebook stalk and find me.
Right, guess what, guys? We're going to have to go because I'm not sure if Trudy's on afterwards. So, it's
That was so good.
It's 2 minutes past 9, so we need to get going. So I want to say thank you to Ollie for stepping in at last minute. You
No
were
worries.
amazing.
Yeah,
Can I
brilliant
just
job.
add in
Amazing.
really, really quickly? We had Thomas Becket thrown out quite a lot.
Yes.
And obviously the link is, obviously with the castle, was owned by King Henry II, and King Henry II killed Thomas Becket.
Wow,
So that was good then.
that's
That was
amazing.
really good.
So I just wanted to add that in really, really quickly.
That was brilliant.
So I don't know if Trudy's on tonight, but if she is on, it's Trudy Psychic Tarot Kent. So good night from me. Goodbye night from Holly.
Good
And
night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Boss.
David Fiddler, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. One more last shout out for you, buddy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
See yous. Bye.